welcome to forexcstrading.com. When you already do know what is the pattern, what are the candles, what is the trend, I'd like to tell you some of the definitions, expressions we'll be using to express and describe some behavior of the price action on the chart. Well, there are some basic patterns you will see at those charts, but let's start with the most important, which is candle. The candle is the description of the price behavior in some time frame. So it is really saying what is the market doing in such time we're looking at. Let's see, for example, at those candles right here. This part we were talking about in the candle section in the beginner movie. I was telling you about this part of the candle is called the wick, and it is also called the shadow when it's doing a move right here. The move like here is called the shadow. It is very important to remember that. The same in the opposite way, when the price action went up a little bit and moved down very fast, and the shadow describes this kind of move, and it is very important on price charts to use those definitions in the future to describe what's happening. Anyway, more things we're gonna discuss. I'd like you to take a look at some patterns like triangle, which are very important on the chart. Most likely you will see those there very often, and you will see also the pattern called rectangle or flag or whatever you would call it. It's just some vertical moves in the symmetry. So you're gonna see that as well. You're gonna see moves like this one here. Let's show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is a double top. The price topped twice this point, even though it's not symmetrical. So more likely when we are talking about double top or double bottom, we're gonna show you the things like just happened here. The price exactly moved to the same spot and then it came back to some other place. So this was exactly a double bottom pattern we mostly will gonna talk in the future about. Most likely we're gonna discuss also breakouts and rallies. Here we just happened the rally opportunity to come in the market, to sell some contracts, to use short position to profit from the market. We're gonna also see, let me show exactly what I'm talking about. Breaking out this point here through the lower price action means we did rallied here. So we're gonna use those moves to profit from the market. Exactly the same we can use this kind of move when the price breaks out through the higher support resistance line and will go up very aggressively. The same happens with this support right here, and this could happen with this resistance as well through the other side. So we're gonna keep our eyes open to show you more of these moves on the market to make some possibility to learn very fast. Coming back to candles, we will discuss very often the candle called a doji. This is this particular candle when the head or the body of the candle is very small, that is just a crossed line. So this candle most likely will look like a cross, bigger or smaller cross. And we're gonna also discuss, this is the candle right here, and we're gonna also discuss candles right like here, which are called the hammer. This is exactly the hammer example, and the hammer can be also pointed in opposite way. So just like a doji, it can be going both way. I'm gonna show you this example at some other time when I find this candle on the chart. Here we got another example of hammer, and here we got another example of doji. So that's what we're gonna call it. That's what everybody calls it. It is important to use those names to know what we are talking about. And at last but not least, we're gonna discuss each corrective waves, the moves I'm showing right here and right here against the trend. We're gonna call those most likely the regular correction wave, which are here. They are not really changing the trend, they are just moving against the trend for some short period of time. And we're gonna discuss every bigger corrective wave, which we will say in this example, for example, that sellers are coming in to the market, or there are no buyers to stop this wave. So it is different kind of wave. Now we're gonna show it to you. This is the basic point of trading. So I cannot hardly stress this to you, that it is the most important thing that we're gonna discuss in the future in each analysis and most of the videos. Another thing is on this Euro chart, transition pattern. That's what I'm gonna call those patterns that change the trend. So whatever it is that will change the trend, whenever we thought it's changing or not, it is transition pattern, and we have to memorize it and use it in the future when next time this kind of opportunity will take place. So there was a change in the trend, in bigger trend, not so far away. When we look at it, it's the same spot right here. So this is kind of transition. That's how I'm gonna call it, and it's gonna be very important as well. Whatever you think right now about trading, about further learning, I'm not gonna overflow you with some potential material that may be important, but it's not very used on the market. What we are doing and talking about each time is like essentials based on experience. So there are really not so many things to discuss with some basic situation on the market, like for example this one happening right here. We are not really looking at each candle specifically, especially on the 30 minutes time frame. So sometimes I just wanted to tell you that it is not so important to look at each aspect, especially if you don't know or you're not sure what is really important with the market. Just learn with your experience, learn with some videos. Thank you very much for watching. You have a good trading. Thanks.